Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Small Stages, Big Sounds. I'm David O'Neill, and I'm joined by three members of Hark, who are also doing FFlistock this weekend. They're doing the main support on Saturday night, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's right.
If you'd like to introduce yourselves, guys, so we know what you're at.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Anybody?
Okay. I'm Nat. I'm the singer from Hark.
I'm Greg B. I play guitar in Hark.
And I'm Greg T, bass player in Hark.
Well, he should be the other way around. He should be Greg B, should play bass. Anyway, I got probably not a random question. Hark, the name. Dr. Seuss influenced?
We were around before him.
We're
We
3 years before that book was published.
So
that's why they never came after us.
Yeah.
So, okay then, if you were around before him, where did the name come from?
I suppose it's down to me to fill this one in, isn't it? And for those listeners of a certain age, there was a Disney Channel show knocking around in the late 90s called Teen Angel. And when the school production were doing a recreation of mutiny on the Bounty, that line came up and it stuck with me. And I thought it was a good band name. And I kept it with me ever since. And then we formed in 2010. So I've been sat in that name for about 13 years. So, yeah, that's simply where it came from.
Oh, well, there you are. So, are you all still the original members?
Well, us three are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got a new drummer called Matt, who's been friends with both the Gregs for a long time. And Craig is someone that approached Greg T at a gig, and he's just become one of us, and he's stuck with us now. So, yeah.
Yeah. And he's also my neighbour, so it helps.
Easy transport, lift home.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, you've been on the road previously, and you've had a bit of a sabbatical.
Yeah.
And now you're back out on the road. Have you got new music, or is it still the same stuff you've been playing for a while?
So we've been writing some new tracks. We've got hopefully a new EP that's coming out sort of around August, September time, hopefully. And we put a new single out at the beginning of the month called Sirens. And then we're hoping to put out maybe another single, maybe sort of around June, July time, which would be called Dead Flowers. So we're just trying to, still play all the old classics, but sort of bring out some newer sort of tracks and just, with a different vibe. Because, we were talking the other day about one of the songs that we don't play anymore. And it's kind of a privilege and a luxury to have songs that are like 14 years old and a bit cringy. But at the same time, it's nice to kind of shelve those and to play the new stuff as well.
So with the new stuff coming out later in the year, you know where to send it.
Yeah.
If you'd like a review.
Will do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Stick it up on Uberrock. And when the single comes out, I'll give it to my boss who does the singles features for the site as well.
Oh, bro.
So we can do that as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll send that over to you.
This is about supporting local groups, local bands, and local venues, and that's why it's called Small Stages, Big Sounds.
Perfect.
Because on a small stage, you get some big sounds. And let's face it, you don't get much of a smaller stage than the Dragonfly.
No, although they've extended it with that little interesting thing in the front, which would be interesting on Saturday.
Oh, I've not seen this yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There's a bit more. The room is bigger as well, so the room's about twice the size.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So so it's he spent a lot of money on it, and
Yeah.
it's taken him a lot longer than he wanted to. But it's actually he's got a few more plans up his sleeve, but they all take time and money. So I'm just about supporting him because he's a friend of mine and has been for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'll be there at the weekend as well. So you get some free photographs if you're lucky.
Perfect.
So
Thank
there you go. So how would you describe your music to somebody that hasn't seen Hark either in the previous lifetime or this lifetime?
That's a good question.
It's always been a good one because I think it's been quite easy for anyone to put us under the pop punk moniker, which is absolutely fine. I've always felt we were a bit more than just that in many respects. I always felt we were just like a bit more melodic than your average. Personal opinion.
Well, like I say, pop punk has an audience, and melodic pop punk could be a new genre. Why not?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But we'll see.
I think it's always something when it comes to people asking like, oh, who would you sound like who you've heard? And the great tendency with people who really don't know the style of music is to lean to Paramore because they're such a well-known name. But I wouldn't necessarily say we fit into even their older style. I'll try and get people to listen to some other different bands that they may not have heard of, but I think probably more influential for us. things like, say, Tsunami Bomb. I think Nat will probably talk about her influence of AFI. For me, it's a lot of the early 2000s pop punk, kind of, that fast paced, bouncy, energetic. And that's where I tend to go more. I tend to go more of a descriptive, it's just good, fun, bouncy, energetic stuff rather than trying to tell people it sounds like a particular band.
So Saturday night then, we're looking forward to a bouncy, energetic set.
If the
Hopefully
knees
so.
allow.
Yes.
If the knees allow.
Mine,
Be warm
mine
enough
is
outside.
older than you as that. You'll see how bad they are when I try to kneel down and take some photographs.
We'll help you back up. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Take a crane with me.
I'll be running Saturday morning, so you'll see what I'll be like in the evening.
Oh, well, rather you than me.
Yeah.
The thing that runs on me is my nose.
Fair enough.
But there we are. So, apart from the EP release, obviously, I mean, you're going to start obviously publicising this by doing some gigs. Have you got anything else planned for the foreseeable future?
I don't think we have, actually. I think it's been a bit of a strange one because this is kind of our second year back, and it's just kind of sort of trying to find our way with different things. And just kind of seeing what happens, really. But yeah, it's been quite nice because artwork wise, we've kind of had a bit of a theme with our artwork, which has been quite good. So we've had Matt Rist who used to play drums in Maidasuno. He's kind of put together all of our artwork, which has been very sort of horror based, which has been nice to kind of lean into that a little bit. And it'll just be interesting just to see what it comes up with the next few designs as well. But yeah, it's just kind of seeing where things go, I think.
Yeah, I think part of the fun we have is trying to navigate life as grown-ups now, compared to the first time round when we were kind of younger, 20s. You can do things at a drop of a hat. For now, it's much more. I need to get things planned out because I've got life. Everyone else has got a life. When can we get together? That even goes to points of getting practices in the books.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. As I said, I'm retired, so I just do this for fun. And the photography, I just do it for fun. So here we are.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to live it a long time. Like I say, the only thing in life is death and taxes, and I'd rather carry on paying tax.
Yeah.
So obviously, because you've been out of the scene for a while, a lot's been going on around the sort of the grassroots music venues. And one of the things that came up when I first started doing this podcast was a website called Hereby, and I don't know whether you've come across it.
No, I can't say I have.
No.
Hereby is a sort of a collaboration between the Music Venue Trust and some really snazzy computer geeks. And what they've done is they've developed this website where you can search venues, genres, anything in the UK. And it's got all the grassroots music venues in the UK. So if you give me 2 secs, I'll just share the screen here and you can have a look at it. There we are. This is it here.
Oh, fab.
And what you can do is you can actually search, close that. You can search by venue, you can search by, so say you wanted to put Cardiff. Okay, if I can spell Cardiff, that'll be useful. Or type it is the problem, I can spell it, I can't bloody type it. There we are. And you can zoom in and you can see all the venues in the area. So you can see all the, and what's on in those areas as well by various bits and pieces. So you can see the
nice.
style. So if you were ever looking to do a short tour or a weekend away or something and you wanted to include some gigs, you could look around and see what venues are in the area you're going and tie some gigs together. So for a band like yourselves, it's a really useful resource.
Yeah, that's really good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing about the Music Venue Trust as well, over the weekend of what would have been Glastonbury, they've got a national thing going on where they got a lot of different venues putting on grassroots venues putting on gigs for for up and coming bands. It's called, I think, something everywhere, or music everywhere, or something. It's called like that. There may be a lot of places looking for bands to play gigs over that weekend as well. So just things for you to be aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Just to try and support grassroots music, because, like I said, everybody gets there. We always play here, we always play there.
Yeah.
If you want to find somewhere different, it's a useful thing to look at. So I'll just
Sounds
stop
good.
sharing that now. There we are. HEARBY.com, hereby.
Thank
We'll
you.
be looking at that later.
Yeah, so like I said,
Yep.
it's particularly for new bands and things, you know, it's a useful resource for them to look at as well. This is what I try to do, is I try to help people along if I can, just because I'm a bit of a nerd and I got time on my hands. There we are.
Yeah.
So, have you had a look at the rest of the bill for the weekend?
Yes. Yeah, we're actually quite fortunate because the Saturday Remain the Few are playing, and
Mm.
their singer is Sarah, who used to be in a band called Charlie Says that we used to play with quite a lot. So it'll be really interesting to see what they're up to. But yeah, and it's nice that we're on a bill that has other females on the bill, because quite often
Yeah.
we would play shows and there would just be me. But it's nice. Crossfire are headlining and they're fantastic as well.
Crossfire are good.
They're really good, insanely good. And
I
they've
saw
got
them
new
live.
music coming out soon as well, haven't they? I think it's like an album launch or something in Fuel that's happening. But yeah, they're brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Altario are playing as well. And yeah, so we're on a really good day. It's going to be interesting.
It's
Yeah.
a good bill this weekend, to be fair. I just hope the crowds turn out.
Yeah,
There we are.
yeah.
I'll be there, camera in tow. So there you go. Being the nerd behind the camera again. So, right then. Well, thanks for your time. It's been great chatting to you. What I'll do with this is I'll produce this and I'll probably post it tomorrow night on YouTube, but it goes on Spotify and everywhere else as well. What I'll do, once I post it, I'll send you the link.
Well, thank you.
Please
Brilliant,
do.
thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks for your time. It's been brilliant talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.